it is a crime. It's not terrorists that's going to destroy America. It's urban public education if we don't do something about it.
I don't know where the money's going. The equipment is destroyed. There's graffiti everywhere.
The teacher tells the parent, oh, this is a good school. When I said, lady, your kid can't read or add 2 and 2. What do you mean it's a good school?
Hi, I'm Nick Gillespie for Reason TV. We're talking to Bob Bowdon about his great new movie, The Cartel, about school choice. Bob, thanks for talking to us.
Appreciate being here.
What is the message of The Cartel?
Waste and corruption in public schools is rampant. There's a general misconception. People vote for higher education budgets because they have sympathy towards teachers' salaries. They think teachers should make more money. What
They're professionals.
Well, that's right.
They deserve to be paid like professionals.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oftentimes they don't realize that what they're really voting for are more patronage jobs, more administration, and more contractors, more spending that doesn't affect the classroom.
So what is the solution to that you offer in The Cartel?
School choice. Basically, the idea is that you have some consequences to failure in education, which we don't right now, particularly in urban areas where people don't have the money for private school or the money to move, which is a soft form of school choice.
What, most people who have kids in schools will rate their school district, their particular school, 80%, it's great or better than great. So how do you actually motivate people to embrace a choice system?
Well, first of all, where we're seeing voucher programs passing across the country are in the worst urban areas where those parents are already highly motivated.
Right.
The ones who are at least are engaged enough to be aware of the problem. And I think that is, in other words, the first step, the first kind of foot in the door of more choice going forward. So, but that said, you also look at the taxes people are paying into school systems, which are in many places, not just growing out of control, but the bad economy we've had recently has, with people getting laid off and the housing bubble bursting, has made the tax burden more onerous. So they're motivated by that.
A lot of people, one of the main criticisms of school choice is that, lower income people, they just can't make good decisions. How do you rebut that?
Well, then maybe we shouldn't let them make any decisions. Why do they pick doctors? Why do they pick the food?
Not anymore.
Well, why do they pick what food they eat? Why do they put, it's preposterous, And the fact is you can, there's a moral argument here to make where if the kid is, we have over 50% dropout rates in New York, LA, Detroit, Denver, Houston, all across the country, these major cities, with dropout rates. Sometimes in Detroit, it's more like 75%. Mm-hmm. And so, you look at any international comparison, the United States is at the bottom of the large industrialized countries.
Even as it pays much more than average.
We spend the most and do the worst.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know. That seems right to me. How did you get interested in the school choice argument?
Well, I'd been a TV reporter and covered a couple education stories over the years and become, the first one I remember doing was on tenure. You basically never fire a bad teacher in almost every school.
And most school districts, you get lifetime tenure the first day of your third or fourth year, right?
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. So, I just remember being dumbfounded by this revelation, which it was a revelation to me that, really you could never be, unless you commit a felony.
Right.
By the age of 24, 25, you have a guaranteed job the rest of your life. You could be the laziest person. But what small business person would announce to their staff, hey, all of you that have been working for me for 3 years, I hope you keep working. But if you don't, just know you'll never be fired ever. Yeah. It's madness. So I started as a TV reporter doing that. And then finally I had a friend who got a job in an inner city high school as an English teacher. I started hearing her stories of what it was like on a daily basis. And I thought, I don't think a lot of people know this stuff.
What has been the reception to The Cartel, which is, you're rolling it out to different cities around the country and whatnot?
Well, some people love it and some people hate it. It certainly evokes strong reactions from the other side, in other words, as well. So that, there were people that are just made indignant by it. Yeah. And all we do basically is show newspaper stories, we show websites directly. Almost everything in the movie is, the source material is visually shown. So I think some of them have a hard time, thinking of reasons to hate it. Right. When you see that we show janitors making 6 figures in public schools. We show superintendents making $470,000 for 1 year, and it was the same year they were fired because they were incompetent. But they made $470,000. a $30 million football field in a school with 85% failing academics. And this is how they spend $1 billion disappearing in the school construction corporation department. So there's, they get frustrated often by it, but that's what's needed.
Have you, in making the movie and then rolling it out, has anything surprised you? Something that you didn't expect to understand or agree with, or?
Well, I would say the amount of money finding out $1 billion disappeared and not one person arrested.
Where was
or in
that?
jail. This is in New Jersey,
Yep.
the New Jersey School Construction Corporation. It was dumbfounding to me also. So the amount of money. But I would also say that when I've been to some of these worst inner city areas with really dysfunctional dropout factory schools, and then you go visit a well-run charter school in that same place, and you want to cry.
Yeah.
These kids are so sweet and well-behaved and smart and learning and engaged. We've been told, that these kids can't learn, and you just find out it's just not true at all. And so that was really, I think, profound a little bit to me. There was I don't know. It was somewhat poignant to be in those places, to see the disparities with the same populations.
Right. What's your next project?
Reason TV. No, I don't really. I'm still rolling this out, and I don't have a next one right now.
Well, continued good luck. I mean, it's a story that needs to be told. There's no question. So, for Reason TV, I'm Nick Gillespie. We've been talking with Bob Bowdon, of the director and the eminence behind the Cartel, an excellent movie about school choice.